Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's our topic: Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs is a most loved, inspiring businessman and also the father of digital revolution. How he achieved the world's largest company's co-founder and CEO position from a middle-class family. Steve Jobs was born in California to a Syrian Muslim family of Abdul Fattah Jandali and Joanne Caro Shiable. But his biological parents gave him up for adoption to a couple of Paul Jobs and Clara. Coming to Steve's educational life, he finished his schooling in California. Later he enrolled in Reed College for higher education. But he left college before completing his graduation, because of some financial issues, and also he doesn't have more curiosity to continue his education. But he was interested in one course called calligraphy, so he continued in learning that course. By that time Steve used to go for Hare Krishna temple, which was 7 kilometers far to his residence. This temple ambiance has created a curiosity for Steve Jobs to know more about spirituality and Indian culture. He decided to travel to India, but he doesn't enough money to travel. For that, he has been worked in a video games company called Atari, and he saved some money. Eventually, Steve Jobs arrived to India in 1975. Steve traveled to many places in India like Himachal Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, etc. Nearly Steve stayed 7 months in India and returned as a Buddhist to his hometown California. Subsequently, he met his childhood friend Steve Wozniak. They both decided to start a company. Steve friend is a veteran in electronics. But they don't have enough money to start a company. Steve sold his van and his friend sold his scientific calculator for money. Apple Inc. Eventually, on April 1, 1976, they both had commenced a company called Apple in Steve Jobs' house garage. After a few months, they had invented personal computers with amazing features. Initially, Apple computers sold out in a huge count and had its market value of $1.2 billion within 4 years. By that time Steve's handling the marketing department. But the company needs one good experienced CEO. Hence they met Pepsi-Cola Company's CEO John Sculley and offered him Apple's CEO position. He also accepted it. Well, they thought everything is going fine. But the company met with huge losses due to several flaws in products. And also a major issue is Apple had to compete with IBM's newly invented PCs. Because IBM PC was #no one in tech market with user-friendly and innovative features. Hence Apple failed to compete with IBM and satisfying consumers. And the board members of Apple blamed Steve Jobs and criticized him for the losses that occurred in the company. So it compelled him to detach his ties with company. Finally, in 1985 he resigned to Apple and came out of the company. Next Inc. and Pixar Animation Studios. He didn't frighten to anything. Subsequently, he commenced a new firm with the hardware and software products called Next Inc. In the same year, he started an animation company with the name of Pixar Animation Studios and released many famous movies like Toy Story, The Incredibles, Wall-E, Cars, etc. In 2006 Pixar collaborated with Walt Disney. Steve Jobs prevailed the previous glory in his life with the success of Next Inc. and Pixar. But Apple Company, which Steve started with a very affectionate, is in the same distress. Apple board members wanted Steve Jobs to come back as a CEO. Steve's affirmed with their request and went back to the Apple. After that Steve Jobs invented many amazing products in Apple which we are loving today like iPods, iPads, iPhones, iMac, etc. Personal life. In 1991 Steve got married to Lorene Powell and they had 3 children: 2 daughters Eve Jobs, Erin Sienna Jobs, and 1 son Reed Jobs. Due to pancreatic cancer, our most loved CEO and incredible person, Steve Jobs was passed away on October 5, 2011. Quotes from Steve Jobs. 1. Let's go invent tomorrow rather than worrying about what happened yesterday. 2. I decided to drop out and trust that it would all work out okay. 3. I do not adopt softness towards others because I want to make them better. 4. The doers are the major thinkers. The people that really create the things that change this industry are both the thinker and doer in one person. 5. You can build your own things that other people can use. And once you learn that, you'll never be the same again. 6. Once you discover one simple fact, and that is everything around you that you call life, was made up by people that were no smarter than you. 7. I always advise people, don't wait. Do something when you are young, when you have nothing to lose, and keep that in mind. 8. He had everything to gain. And we figured even if we crash and burn, and lose everything, the experience will have been worth 10 times the cost. 9. That's been one of my mantras: focus and simplicity. 10. The most precious thing that we all have with us is time. Quote. 11. The broader one's understanding of the human experience, the better design we will have. 12. Believing that the dots will connect down the road will give you the confidence to follow your heart. 13. I don't care about being right. I care about success and doing the right thing. 14. We were really working 14 to 18-hour days, 7 days a week. For like 2 years, 3 years. That was our life. But we loved it, we were young, and we could do it. 15. People judge you on your performance, so focus on the outcome. Be a yardstick of quality. Some people aren't used to an environment where excellence is expected. 16. You have to believe that the dots will somehow connect in your future. 17. Now, as you graduate to begin anew, I wish that for you, stay hungry, stay foolish. Quote. 18. It's more fun to be a pirate than to join the Navy. 19. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. 20. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. 21. Being the richest man in the cemetery doesn't matter to me. Going to bed at night saying we've done something wonderful, that's what matters to me. 22. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. 23. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. 24. And the blue box, that was what we learned, was that us, too, we didn't know much. We could build a little thing that could control a giant thing, and that was an incredible lesson. 25. Don't take it all too seriously. If you want to live your life in a creative way, as an artist, you have to not look back too much. You have to be willing to take whatever you've done and whoever you were and throw them away. Lessons to take. The most precious thing that we all have with us is time. Thank you for watching. To get more useful videos, please subscribe this channel. Okay, see you again.